On this week's edition of The Overtime, we will take a look at the upcoming Coconino wrestling season. Next, we will get a look at an NAU club sport. And lastly, we get a look from 11,500 feet, previewing the Flagstaff winter sports season. All that and more on this edition of The Overtime. Welcome back to The Overtime. I'm your host, Ava Nichols, joined by my co-host, Divine Wallace. Divine, are you excited for tonight?
I'm excited to be a part of the show once again, so let's get the ball rolling.
To get us started tonight, sports reporter Tony Mealy went out to Coconino High School wrestling practice this week to talk to their head coach, as well as a former state champion, ahead of their upcoming season. Take a look.
Coming off a fifth-place finish at the state championships, head coach Mike Schmieder said his hopes for the season is to keep the momentum going and continue improving.
So, yeah, I want to improve on last year's finish, for sure. I mean, that's always our goal. I'd like to duplicate winning the section again and get as many guys on the podium as possible.
Returning state champion Cooper French is looking to cap off his senior season with another podium finish before he heads to redshirt at the University of Nebraska next year.
Of course, I want to be the three-timer, but kind of after that, I want to go on to probably redshirt next year and then do really well in college. Try and one up my pops. And he All-American in college, so that's kind of the goal.
Coach Schmieder says that there are many factors that, despite them being labeled underdogs, give them a leg up and make them a dangerous team.
People don't like to wrestle us, our conditioning and things because of the altitude makes us pretty dangerous in the third period, and. Yeah, we've just always been known of knocking people off and big upsets, so I expect more of the same.
Tony Mealy, NAU MIC Sports.
Sticking with Coconino High, they opened up their boys basketball season against the 4A Greenway Demons Monday night and won 63-40, giving new head coach Cooper Elliott his first win. At the time of recording, the Panthers in Phoenix to take on the Thunderbird Titans. Switching to Flagstaff High School, the Eagles opened up their season with a loss last Thursday night against Seton Catholic Prep 62-57, but are currently 1-2 on their season after beating Saguaro in double overtime 73-68. And at the time of recording, are away playing Mesquite High School. Last season, the Flagstaff Eagles girls basketball team reached the 4A state championship game for the first time in 30 years. But came up short to South Point Catholic. Almost 9 months later, the Eagles are well underway on their quest to return to the title game, sitting at 2-1 early on in 2022-2023 season. Sports reporter Michael Manny caught up with head coach Tyrone Johnson and senior Sage Begay just before the start of the season.
Close, but no cigar. The Flagstaff Eagles girls basketball team just missed a state championship trophy last season, but head coach Tyrone Johnson believes they have a great chance to make it back.
We want to get there again, and we want it to be a different result. We have a great opportunity in front of us. We want to be one of the first teams to qualify for the open division.
Though they lost generational talent Gracelyn NAZ to graduation, most of last year's core is back. Plus, multiple players from last year's unbeaten JV team are moving up to varsity.
Some of these girls that's coming in that are juniors this year, their freshman year they went undefeated, their sophomore year they went undefeated, and so we got some people that come in and they compete.
The team has also added freshman Bella Burkhar, daughter of NAU men's basketball coach Shane Burkhar.
She's mature beyond her age in terms of her basketball game and development. There's some freshman habits that I told her we're going to break, and we're going to make sure that we have her playing her best.
Senior Sage Begay is now one of the team's longest tenured players. Losing last year has just made her work harder to return to the title game and win.
That's a lot of motivation because last year we got to all the way to the bracket, and during the game we fell a little short. So that just motivated me more to know that I can do a lot more than what I did last year.
Michael Manny, NAZ Today.
Stick around after the break for a look into NAU's unique clubs.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? But now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Welcome back. A group of NAU students are riding high on saddles with stirrups. Check out one of NAU's sports clubs that explores one of the oldest sports in history. The NAU Equestrian Club is kicking up dust at the Northern Arizona Riding Stables, located just 15 minutes south of campus. The club currently comprises 24 members and is open to all NAU students, regardless of experience level. With 11 horses, the club offers a variety of lessons for its members. Club President Randa Jumper said the different skill levels of the club's members creates learning opportunities and a close-knit community.
Everybody here, whether they've been riding their whole life or haven't, have a passion for horses, and I think that's really our common interest, is that we're here to be around these animals and put the work in necessary to fall in love with the discipline.
Horse riding can often be a financial burden due to the support these large animals need. Some horses are fed 3 times a day. They're also turned out to graze every day and blanketed through the winter months. The club offers an opportunity for riders who are curious about the sport for a fee of $300 a semester, which includes access to rides, lessons with trainers, and takes care of boarding fees at the stable.
It's a really great opportunity to figure out if riding's for you. Sometimes it's a big financial thing to get into riding if you're not totally sure. You can try it out for 4 months, and if you don't like it, you don't have to join, but if you do, it's definitely a good way to get your foot in the door.
Horses have been used for sport for centuries. Club member Carly Borgerby said that these often intimidating animals can have many benefits, including a way to clear her head.
I think it's a common thing to see horses and go, they're huge and they're scary and there's no way I could ever ride a horse like that. Then you actually experience horses and you're like, wow, this is actually super therapeutic.
Sticking with unique sports, sports reporter Lena Sopser took a trip up the mountain to check out Snowball's upcoming ski season.
The winter season at the San Francisco Peaks is on. Snowball officially opened November 17th, offering ski and snowboard fans from northern Arizona 7 open trails at the moment.
It was a great first week up here. I mean, we're happy to have all of our skiers and snowboarders back up here at Snowball, and we're excited to get more terrain open and see what the season brings.
Some people are up at Snowball nearly every day, enjoying the open slopes, like Anita Honeyfield. This is already her 7th skiing day this season.
Well, I love Snowball because I love to ski, I love to be outside, and the crowd of people up here just likewise mentality. They love the mountains and just come up here and have fun.
Currently, 3 out of 8 lifts are open because most slopes need the support of snow cannons at the moment. Snowball wants to open the other lifts soon as natural snow comes in.
Our snowmakers are working around the clock. We are forecasted to get up to 6 inches throughout the next week.
Even if you never skied before, there is a place for you at Snowball, as the ski resort offers the largest beginner trail in the Southwest.
It's never too late to try. I started when I was around 17 years old, so there's always room to grow, there's always room to try something new, and snowball's the perfect place to do it.
After adding another national title to NAU men's cross-country dynasty, head coach Mike Smith was named the Men's National Coach of the Year, making history as the second coach to ever earn the award 3 years in a row. Smith now has earned the award 5 total times.
We'll be back after the break for a look into this weekend for Northern Arizona sports.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at savethefood.com.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome back to The Overtime. I'm your preview reporter, Tony Mealy, here to tell you what's coming up in Northern Arizona sports. Kicking it off with high school basketball, both Flagstaff girls and Coconino boys are home tonight at 7 p.m. The Eagles are coming off a non-conference 69-57 win against Saguaro Tuesday night and will be taking on Mesquite High School tonight. The Panthers are also coming off a non-conference win of 63-40 on Monday when they played Greenway High School. They are taking on Seton Catholic Prep tonight, shortly after the show. Switching to college hoops, both men's and women's basketball have games tomorrow. Starting at 2 p.m., women's will be in the Roll Gymnasium, taking on former Big Sky School, Southern Utah, in the inaugural game of the Grand Canyon Challenge. NAU men's basketball is away on Saturday in sunny Southern California, playing the Pepperdine Waves. Tip-off is scheduled for 6 p.m. Well, that's all I've got for this weekend for your Northern Arizona sports. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Tony, and thank you all for joining us for this edition of The Overtime. I would like to thank our sports reporter, Lena Zalpza, and my co-host, Divine Wallace. We will see you next week at 6:15 for our last edition of the semester. Have a good night.
Woo!